I'm Patrick David, your host of Valuetainment Weekly, and today's question is, what is worse, making fun of people or assuming they're too weak to take it? So that's a pretty good question, isn't it? But I didn't ask that question. That question is actually from Key and Peele from Comedy Central, who did an article. They were on the cover of Time magazine, right? March 24th, 2014. The title is Case for Mockery. And the question was, what's worse, making fun of people or assuming they're too weak to take it, right? And then they continue and they say, when did America get so politically correct? It's when we refuse to mock a group of people that we truly act like bullies. Or another one of their comments here is, somewhere along the line, we've forgotten the true purpose of humor, to help people cope with the fears and horrors of the world. I think about myself. We lived in Iran, war, my family, both sides, they were all about humor, jokes, making fun of each other and telling all these funny jokes, and we really had to have thick skins, right? And I think about myself, there was a period I couldn't stand when people made fun of me. As a kid, I don't know if you like when people make fun of you, but I got a question for you. Here's a question for you. You ever made fun of your parents before? If I give you $1,000 right now, could you imitate your parents? Maybe your father, discipline, whatever, maybe your mom. Could you imitate them? Have you ever imitated your boss or the person you work? This is between us. This is not going anywhere. This is just us. You ever made fun of your boss? Don't you love making fun of your parents or your boss or, brother or somebody, somebody that just kind of mock them every once in a while? And is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing to do? It's interesting when we think, is it a bad thing to do? Because I remember when I first came to the States, there's a lot of mockery or fun or some of these things, and you think about, can we fully control it by making everybody be politically correct so they don't say the wrong things and, you're to this and you're to that. And yes, there are people that are a lot more sensitive than others. And I've learned over time that if I'm dealing with somebody that's too sensitive, just kind of don't, try not to make fun of them. But if I'm trying to shape somebody's mindset, I want to encourage them to kind of be tough to be able to take it from other people. Because if you don't, you're not going to move up in life. The more you move up, the more challenges and more people are going to make fun of you. So it's better if you can start making fun of yourself instead of having other people make fun of you. Give you a few examples. When I came to the States, my English wasn't terrible. It was horrendous is what it was. So I stayed ESL for a long time. A few words you can have fun on me. I couldn't say the word government. Yeah, I thought Americans were playing tricks on us when they put the N there. Why do we have an N there? It shouldn't say government. So I would say, today I'm taking my government class, right? Can you imagine government, right? Government, right? Instead of government, right? The show I used to watch all the time was Gilligan's Island. And I never said Gilligan's Island. I would say Gilligan's Island. And all my peers would laugh at me. I said, why are you laughing? It's not Island, it's Island, right? Or I remember they would say, hey, you're a phobe. I'd say, what's a phobe? You're fresh off the boat. What's fresh off the? You just came here fresh off the boat from Iran is what you are. That's why you sound the way you do, my accent. And this kept going on, whether it's the word Wednesday, I used to say Wednesday, right? Then I joined the Army. In the Army, I meet people from Oklahoma, Wyoming, South Dakota, North Dakota, all these weird places I've never seen before, and they've never met a Middle Eastern before. And they would say, look at me funny from the side. And I knew, when somebody's looking at you, but they don't want to kind of make the eye contact. And I would look at them and say, what are you looking at? They would say, can I ask you a question? Yes, what's your question? Where's your turban? I'm sorry? How come you don't have aren't you from Iran? I am from Iran. Well, okay, do you wear turbans? I've never worn a turban in my life before. Oh, okay. Hey, is it true that you guys go to school on camels? Camels? Yeah, aren't you guys camel jockeys? What's a camel jockey? Like, do you think we had freeways where camels are going up freeways spitting at each other? Have my exit on this street here with my camel. This is what I'm going to be doing, right? My goodness, I've been called all the words. But here's what I learned. I learned if you want to move up in life, in leadership positions, you are going to be made fun of, whether you like it or not, because you ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. We're going to make mistakes, and people love making fun of people making mistakes. I'm sorry, but people love doing it. Let me give you an example. I want you to watch this episode and think about who the world makes the fun of the most. Very easy. Presidents. Let's start off with Will Ferrell, doing a quick impersonation of President George Bush.
When you think back to biblical times, when Adam and Eve talked to that snake 6,000 years ago, when the world was created, it was hot back then too. Why do you think Adam and Eve were naked? See what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not making this stuff up.
Why do you think Adam and Eve were naked? Huh? Isn't that amazing how many people made fun of President Bush, and every day, no matter what channel you were watching, somebody was making fun of President Bush. Here's one that I saw. I thought it was pretty interesting. Here's Jimmy Fallon and former Republican presidential candidate Romney doing a skit together.
Jimmy, I'm not running again. There are a lot of great candidates for 2016, and I'll be supporting the Republican nominee 100%.
Don't you mean 47%?
That's a low blow, but it's pretty funny.
I had to do it, yeah.
Do you remember when that statement of 47% was criticized all over television, and they're having fun about it, and people are laughing about it all over the country? I think about this last one here with Zach
Galifianakis.
Galifianakis. Try saying that 5 times, right? Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis interviewing President Obama.
So do you go to any websites that are .coms or .nets, or do you mainly just stick with .govs?
No, actually, we go to .govs. Have you heard of healthcare.gov?
Here we go. Okay, let's get this out of the way. What did you come here to plug?
Well, first of all, I think it's fair to say that I wouldn't be with you here today if I didn't have something to plug. Have you heard of the Affordable Care Act?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's the thing that doesn't work. Why would you get the guy that created the Zune to make your website?
You're talking about making fun of the leader of the free world. I mean, it doesn't get worse than this, and they're able to take it. President Obama handled it well, so did Romney, and Bush has fun with it right now when he interviews all over the place. But I think about this. You ever heard imitation is the highest form of flattery? Right? We've heard that one before. When people make fun of other people, it's pure respect. It's pure flattery. You've made it. You've done something with your life where people are wanting to imitate you, make fun of you. It's a compliment. But I think, one of the most important things is realize when you can start having fun with yourself and laughing at yourself with your weaknesses, it doesn't matter what other people say about you, because if you can laugh at your own weaknesses, does it really matter what others are going to say about you? Because you've already accepted your weaknesses, right? It's my message of the week to you, and please be sure to subscribe and share this video.